In this video, I'm going to share what it is like on the florist side and why your crop plan really matters, why it's important to have those dates of harvest, those dates of availability, so that a florist can reliably buy flowers and know what you have. So you can plan from your crops, you can plan a week within your crop plan, you can add all of that in inventory based on what you have blooming, but this is the harvest window. And so if something looks incorrect, you might want to just go and adjust the dates. For example, the Lysianthus, I know that those are going to bloom over a couple of weeks, but I want to add a couple additional weeks at the end because I know that they can hold in the cooler. So for each succession of Lysianthus, the harvest window is going to be about 4 weeks because the earliest blooms and the latest blooms from that seed tray, I know that they'll hold in the cooler for a couple weeks. So you can go through, you can look at your harvest window and really just predict what you have blooming when and make sure that it is completely up to date. So here from that window of May 23rd to June 5th, I've got roughly this many plants here blooming. And as I book weddings or as florists reach out and share recipes with me, I can adjust what things and what colors I'm planning on planting. Now I'm switching over to my florist profile, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when a florist shops from a farmer and why this is so important. It's because the florist can look at your entire crop plan for anything planted in the future, sometimes an entire year in advance, because then they can continue to, you can plant to order, but there are roughly 20 things blooming on September 5th. And I already have a lot of my crop plan in for next year. And so if that florist knows that they have a wedding on May 29th, they can go in and see what I have blooming. They can build their recipes from there, and they can even add it to their wish list and let you know ahead of time that they're going to want to do that. Now, going back into the farm, we can, just look at that crop plan, make sure that everything's correct, and they can see that, that's that harvest window of that expected harvest dates. And that is when we think that we will have those crops available. So that is why your crop plan is so important to make farmers to florist work. Every single crop, you want to know when it's going to be blooming.